next topic. Halo TV series season 2 trailer announced. Attic has thoughts.
Oh yeah, I have thoughts, and I
Yes.
want people's opinions on this. I don't know how big of a fan were you, Mari, of the Halo TV series, the first season. I'm curious, and what we've seen on going into the second season. There was some statements from like pretty popular people in like the Hollywood industry that was talking about it too. Justifying or attacking the fact that the mask is, if that's required or not, can he show emotion with the mask. I can't remember, someone, and I'm sure someone in the chat can find it, but someone tweeted and said yeah, because Darth Vader had had a hard time showing emotion with this, and it showed the scene where the Emperor was electrocuting him.
Yeah. He said if we only knew, it was a shout out to our homie Stephen Ford. He said if we only knew what Vader was feeling in this moment, but we can't. He's got to help.
He was happy, right? He was elated.
He was elated.
smiling.
He was being electrocuted to death.
I don't think I've ever heard Vader laugh, so I wonder what that would sound like in his mask if he was chuckling at that moment. I will admit I only saw 2 episodes of the Halo series.
Was that 2 episodes too many?
Oh man.
Honestly, I wish that, I think it wasn't like, I wish that it was front loaded with a lot more. Like, I feel like the first 2 episodes should have been the last 2 episodes of the season. It was kind of like opened up with like, oh, Master Chief doesn't know who he is. He's having an existential crisis. Like, I'm finding myself. Oh, everything's. I'm like, can we establish what the baseline is first before we get there? It's like, it's a little bit too fast, too soon. Because even though I know who Master Chief is, I don't know who he is in this context.
Yes.
And I'm like, give it to me from the beginning. Who are we? What are our ideals? So that when he does rip away from that ideal and goes, oh, I want my own little Grogu and I got to save this kid. Like, why is that different? Has he done this 100 times like this before? Is he always saving kids? Like I don't want him to spell out like, I don't know why I did it. Like, I just like saying I don't know 100 times, it didn't really do it for me. I think I was kind of confused by the world building at some points. I felt like it didn't read Halo to me. It read a little bit more like Fifth Element. There was some like wacky costuming and some like just moods that weren't right for me.
You like when they brought Lady Gaga on and he was with
oh yeah, I was like,
the Covenant.
hey Mari, how'd you feel when Master Chief was in the lawless civilization, not having his helmet on?
I wondered, would this have happened if Mandalorian wasn't a thing?
Yeah, right.
I was like, did they write the Halo series and then they're like, all right, we did it, guys. We did it, boys and girls. And let's print it on paper. And then the Mandalorian came by and they're like, shit, it's the same. Sorry, I swore. I'm like, they're like, it's the same story. So how are we going to differentiate ourselves? We can't get rid of the one piece where it's giving him emotion and human-like qualities of wanting to save a helpless being, Grogu or Quan Ha. And it's like, all right, then let's unmask him because clearly that's the one differentiator. And then we all went, why? That was supposed to be me.
And another thing that, like, when Homegirl had the gun and he's like, it's not gonna hit me, it's good, this is the Mark helmet, and then he takes it off. Oh, now she can hit you. That makes a lot of sense, my dude.
Yeah, I hated that scene. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep. I hated that scene.
I wanted him to build. He takes it off because she's like, how can I trust you? And then he takes the helmet off, and I'm like, that says everything wrong about Chief, right? Because
She cooking. Go ahead, Murray. Go ahead.
It's built on a legacy of trusting this character by not seeing him as a human being, his human face. It's having built that trust over years and years of playing his games with him as the titular character. And it has everything to do with what's in his heart and not what like the menacing sort of like thing that we look at from the outside. If anything, we come to trust the menacing thing that we see on the outside. So in order for her to not trust that, rips away everything that Halo's built upon.
And not to mention, like, we say Master Chief had enough like thought process, enough intuition that, okay, I'm just gonna take my helmet off and she's not gonna shoot me.
Like my thing is, like it wasn't even earned. Like why did she earn that? Like, but anyway, but it's my turn. I get it. I do want to add one thing to what Mari's talking about, what Attic is talking about, and this is the pushback. This is where, in fairness to the other side, that because obviously we are
no fairness to the other side.
Obviously, we are team. Keep your damn helmet on, right? So
it's not even team. Keep your helmet on. Team, like have your helmet on situations that make sense. He be having his helmet off everywhere. Like I'd be surprised if he had his helmet off in space. I can't breathe.
They let me be known with the poster. The poster, they got his face out.
Just in case you thought it'd be different.
Yeah. So they be super rebellious with the poster. They're like, you don't like that, so what? We still doing it. So respectfully, that they going in. So
you might as well just get rid of the helmet at this point. Like,
so exactly, like they got him shooting in the civvies. You ain't see where he's in the civvies shooting with no armor.
That's my issue. Is okay if you want to build this emotional thing, that's fine, but logically, from the person we know as Master Chief in the Halo lore, and I love the people that said this is their interpretation. Well, their interpretation sucks. And like logically, from what we've known of Master Chief throughout the years, he's a tactician. He's very strategic. He's extremely like intuition when it comes to the combat. You mean to tell me he gonna fight with no helmet on, just out like that? Like that makes no sense.
I'm with you. In fairness to the other side, I just want to be fair.
Especially when the Covenant's got jackals. Anytime you just get sniped.
Facts. Now, this is what they say. This is Pablo Shaun. This is an IGN article who plays Master Chief. He said, explain why Master Chief doesn't always wear his helmet. He said, you're not going to be able to bring an audience along in a long-form story without having access to the character's face, which tells you what they're feeling, how they think about everything. The access to a character's emotional life over the course of time is what makes you empathize and connect with the character. He said, I'm sorry, but having the mask off is the only choice for long-form storytelling and television.
And my contract says as much.
What I would say to anybody who disagrees, Pablo going in, y'all. He said, I want to say to anybody who disagrees with that, I respect that opinion, but it's a pretty basic place to start when you're talking about a television show of quality. And the last thing he says, one thing I've learned early on is that there's many different opinions in the Halo universe as there are Halo fans. So obviously, you're not going to be able to please everyone. But I want to say that we are tailoring an entertainment experience that's tailored to the medium that it's for. So he pushing back hard. Y'all going to get this face.
And he can get it. It's fine, because at the end of the day, I got one thing. Last of Us stuck to lore and made it make sense. Okay. Like, it just, I get it. People's like, oh, it's hard to show emotion. There is V for Vendetta, multiple people that's had a mask on the entire duration of their game. We were just talking about Darth Vader. Obviously, they're not the same one-to-one, but don't give me this, you can't show emotion with that.
I see his face out too.
You can see emotion on like Final Fantasy Tactics, where there's little sprites walking around a map. So you mean to tell me that they could show emotion and that with no words? Just text and some sprites walking around the map, but they can't do it.
I rescind my previous comment. I have a feeling they have not seen The Mandalorian.
But don't say that, Marty. They're going to say you can't compare it. They push back at us. They get mad.
Oh, they can compare.
I think the double whammy for Halo fans is like, we have come to know Master Chief's voice so well.
Yeah, iconic.
And trust that voice. That it's like, it's all of a sudden saying that the voice is not good enough, right? Like that we need human eyebrows and eyeballs to evoke emotion when Halo made us cry from just the storyline. And go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I saw some people sharing this on Twitter. Perfect example. In Halo Infinite, when he was talking to the pilot after the pilot was, really down on himself for abandoning everyone, he had a logical conversation, never took his mask off, and there was more emotion in that scene than there was all of the TV show.
Yeah. I think there's something to say about a mask too. I think that okay, we're gonna get real deep now.
All right.
Like we all wear masks, right? In our day-to-day lives, like different masks for different situations type of thing. And I think we do that because it emotionally keeps us guarded that way. And I think that a character that keeps his mask on at all times, there is something that evokes emotion without saying anything at all. There is a inability to open up. There's an inability to say the things that you wish that you could say with a facial expression that you keep hidden behind this mask. And I think that's what makes it compelling. You know that he's going through all of these things, and just the motion of a face going here can say a lot more than a face going. You know, it's
Not
like,
the pucker.
it's subtlety. And I think that rather it's the analogy of you feel more when somebody is teary-eyed and trying to get their emotions out than somebody who's bawling and having a crazy cry. You know, it's and I think that we've lost that subtlety.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. Sav, your thoughts?
So, like Mari, I think I watched 2 or 3 episodes of the first season. I think I stopped when he met Cortana is when I stopped.
I actually felt like the show got a little bit better.
He said when it got good.
I actually felt like the show got a little bit better when it come to
because it felt like the relationship was a little bit antagonistic. At
first
he didn't want her at all.
He was thinking in his head. What the hell was this thing?
So yeah, I gotta go back and finish it. But after seeing the trailer, right? Yes, I completely agree about the helmet thing. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It can be done. It has been done. I think it would elevate the quality of the show having to figure that out and how to extract emotion from an emotionless helmet. But we like Mari said, I've cried at many a Halo moment, and I'm just like, no, it can be done. It can absolutely be done. So that's sad that they're going that route. I understand that it is its own thing, and they need to have it appeal to a broader audience, which is why these decisions are made. But I to me, that's what I liked kind of about the second trailer, right? Even though yes, it is Lady Gaga talking over the trailer about she's gonna bring your ruin. At the end of the day,
Covenant.
The fall of Reach. If they handle a fall of Reach properly. If they handle the fall of Reach properly, I'll be happy. All right, I'll be happy if at least those lore points are handled with the care that they deserve. So I'm excited to see how they've evolved a little bit and maybe listen. They could push back all they want. They have to listen to the criticism.
You know how bad it would be if they mess up the fall of Reach.
Yeah, that would.
If they mess up the fall of Reach, because people are very when it comes to Halo. When it comes to lore wise, like the Halo lore heads, like the Reach is like the pinnacle. And if they mess up,
I got a break protocol. Jason Hendricks files. He said during the random love scenes, Chief will put the helmet on. Yo, you wow for that. Continue.
yeah. Master Cheeks in effect. Season 2.
Master Cheeks was out there. Master Cheeks clapping cheeks. Clapping cheeks. Prisoner of war. He felt that was the thing to do.
I'm hopeful for what they could do with Fall of Reach. But again, when you think about it, I don't know the interstitial stuff with the books.
Yeah.
When you think about it, how much is Chief actually involved in that, right? So, do they midway point through the season, is Chief just out of the picture and they're focusing on, I forgot the name of the team. That would be interesting, right? To sort of shift the focus from Chief and focus on this team and really, really go, follow in suit with the story.
I wonder if Noble 6 is going to be in it.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, Noble 6,
like the whole team.
Unknown. Yeah, that would be something, right? And Noble 6 obviously never takes off the helmet, and you don't know who it is.
Yo, you know it'd be crazy if Noble 6 is in it and he's the only one that don't take his mask.
I'm done.
Hey,
did they say if Nate Fillion is going to be in it? Is he going to be part of the team, or is he not going to?
I don't know if they got that. Yeah. That's Nate's budget is.
I know. I know about that.
I don't know about that bag.
What do you think of the people that say this isn't the game? It's unrealistic to expect a game the lore from the game, and this is its own thing. They're it's an adaptation. They're doing their own thing, and if you want the game, just go play the game. Like, what do you guys think of that comments? Because there's a lot of them, and you guys get on my damn nerves.
We got one sitting right here.
Like I said, I understand the whole thing about you having to make it for a broader audience. I understand that, and in that there will be changes. But I just still think also, like you said about The Last of Us, The Last of Us stuck pretty closely to that. And they filled in the gaps, right, for some things that worked for TV. And I think they could have taken that same approach with this and just fill in the gaps and give us, and just give us what we wanted.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
I think the biggest sticking point is the helmet thing.
Because you stopped at 3.
I stopped at 3, so I can't really say. But again,
okay.
To Addict's point, it might have been 3 episodes too many for me at that point.
Mari?
I think that it really depends on franchises, and there's too many good examples out there to mess this up at this point. Like I think Last of Us is a great one where
Sonic did a good job.
They realize where the fans are fervent for lore, and I think you can't deviate from the lore that we know and the things that we like for certain aspects. Detective Pikachu is a fantastic idea of like, do whatever you want, man. Like we have an idea of what this might be, and then do whatever you want. You're not touching a thing
I love that
is
movie.
like a hot, like a scar. But something like Halo, something like Last of Us, something that has evoked emotion, I think that is the thing that you can't touch too much, because it's deep rooted in players, and it's like, I don't know. I think I saw Witcher in the comment section, but like Witcher is something where I'm not emotionally tied to it. I put in like 500 hours, but I'm not like, oh my god, my Geralt has to be.
Has to be.
Here's my thing. Like, I understand people are like, they're trying to broaden to a bigger audience, but it's just like people in the chat are saying, you got Last of Us that was mad successful. The Mario movie made like $1 billion. Like Sonic's, they're up to the 3rd one. Like, you can still have lore and still be accurate to the lore. There's a difference between having be lore accurate and the characters don't even act like the characters from the game. Like, there's difference between the two. And I feel like people are like, oh, I honestly truly feel that they could have did anything to this, and that you could use that excuse for everything. It's the adaptation, Addict. Like, you don't need to stick with the lore. It's adaptation. Like, come on.
Let me get King, because I want to get his thoughts real quick on this.
Turning off my mic.
The trailer.
Oh man, I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. The only thing I didn't love about season 1 was Master Cheeks. That's it. Y'all didn't need to have my man butt cheeks out. That was it.
And you know what's quick, Carl?
I thought your mic was off.
He's the same person.
Mic off.
Okay.
What happened?
No, I'm talking after this stuff.
Okay, knock yourself out. It's your topic. But my thing is, we had this conversation last year. We had it. And for all your grumpy dudes, get off my lawn. Put your helmet on, you deviant. All you dudes out here talking that much. Season 2 showed up. And
it did well.
Yeah, it did fantastic. Despite what you thought. and then they said, yo, for my next trick.
Ta-da! Y'all like mask off?
You ain't like the mask off. This time I'm taking my jacket off. I'm busting shots in the street with a tank top on. Yo,
Master Chief of the Civvies.
I'm not gonna lie. The worst thing they can do now is have him lose all his armor and out there with just a gun. And it was still selling. We get a season 3. So, for all the people that think they know how TV work, this ain't games. All right? And listen, if y'all mad at anybody, be mad at Pedro Pascal. Be mad at him.
Why?
That Mandalorian crap.
Bad later made it bad for us. Yeah.
And then he's infected everyone else. All right? So this is what it is. If you don't like it, do like everybody else and stop at episode 3. But if you're like myself, that like Star Trek, Star Wars, TV shows that are different, This is to me, this is a comic book drawn by not the main artist and not the main story. To me,
I got you.
And I just go in and I just watch it and have fun. Now, apparently, millions of other people felt the same way, and we're on our way to season 2. And I'm gonna watch every episode. Like I watched it, the first one. I watched every episode, and then after we finish here, I'm gonna rate it high on Rotten Tomatoes again.
Oh my Lord!
And then we're gonna go on to season 3, where he's gonna have a jetpack with no armor.
Okay.
You're the one on Rotten Tomatoes. Got it. We found him.
We
boys.
found him. We found where he at. Yeah, we know who it is. At it.
Cog,
Yes.
explain something to me.
Yes, please.
How's King going to talk about this, lore that? You know, it's just for fun. And he's the same person that be nitpicking every comic book movie because it don't stick to lore.
When they don't stick to the lore in the MCU, King gonna let us know. Oh, that's
you don't
trash.
like Hugh Jackman because he ain't the same.
Oh,
height.
facts. Get him. Get him.
I can't stand Hugh Jackman.
See? He too tall. He too tall for Wolverine. Yeah.
Yeah, my hate of Hugh Jackman ain't stopping from being the
he
most
don't wear the
successful
suit.
X-Men.
Hugh Jackman don't wear the suit. King was protesting. He had his picket face.
He hates me.
Yes.
He hates me.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackson hates me. And you know what's the best part about it? He's back playing Wolverine. and he's not going to have that damn mask on it.
Yeah, they respect the law, King. Let Wolverine do them.
My get off the lawn.
Just enjoy it. It's just for fun.
But you know what I did? I watched, and I'm gonna watch.
And you go.
So I got no choice. I'm not there telling him, put on your damn mask, you. But it's not gonna happen. So again, I'm in a position where either I can be on for the ride or I can just do like y'all did and say I'm gonna watch 2 or 3 episodes.
He went from one side of neutral real fast.
I respect it. He's standing on it.
I can't stand it. I'm gonna keep it real, but at the same time,
Daddy-O says y'all forget King admits he's a hypocrite.
y'all gotta understand that. Y'all not gonna box me in, baby.
You know, we not boxing you in. We not fair enough. Look, y'all said all the points I really needed to say. Look, regardless of my feelings of hating the mask situation and my feelings of them being overtly aggressive with we're going to continue this and we know you don't like it, but we're continuing this. You know, my whole thing is obviously reach is an important thing. I will say this. The part I did like was actually the end when Cortana took him over. When he had to shut up and wear the mask.
Spoiler alert.
Well, hey, you gotta catch up. There's a segment where it happens. And when that happens, wherever that was in season 1, I enjoyed. I was like, yes, this is a shut up and dribble. Get in there and do what I like and bring the action to it. So I was fine with that. But yeah, we'll see. We got to see how they do, you know, the whole Arbiter situation and whatever. And shout out to my man K. Santi reprising his role as my man is in there doing his thing. You thought I wasn't gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, brother. I saw you in there. You know, it says good to see you back. Look, we'll see what happens. But tempering my expectations based on the showrunners.
I actually got way.
Ahead,
I was just saying, I got way more excited when I saw it was at Reach. That's all I was gonna say.
That's true.
What do you think they would have happened if they just went full mask on, didn't really say anything about it, but season 2 came aboard and they're like full mask on? Do you think that fans would come back to it, or do you think fans would just be like
100%.
a little too late?
They would. They complain, but they would.
They come back.
Here's the thing, Mari. Like, I don't mind his masks off. I just want it to make sense from like him being in battle. Like he'd just be walking around, literally just shots being fired around, mask off. Like
I didn't like it when he was walking around without his armor on. And he had like the onesie on.
Yeah, the onesie had the one. Yes, we was walking around with Bokeem Woodbine in the hostile area, and he got nothing on, and everybody know it's Master Chief. He could be murked at any minute, and I'm like, wow,
it's too heavy for him. He's a super soldier, and it's too like he's like,
Facts.
oh, it gets hot sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like see it. It looked like it felt like I was seeing a man in his gym jams, and I'm like, we're not there yet.
I'm with
that
you.
was like what, episode 2?
That's like episode 3, and I'm just like,
that was episode 2, dude.
Yeah,
we got to episode 2.
I'm with you, and that's what Mari. I'm so with you. To me, no disrespect, I just feel
she was out after that.
I feel besides the showrunners, Pablo got a little too much power about what he want to do with this situation. And my thing is, look. You could take it off. All I'm just saying, make the situations earned. That's all. Make those
they get
moments
paid by this.
No, I get
Okay,
that. Yeah,
they
get
not
that.
pushing your character.
But
get
Darth
paid
Vader
by
said
this.
different. Darth Vader said
No,
different.
Darth Vader took his face off too. We found out he wasn't black.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Yo,
For a long time.
For a long time, I said.
Oh,
Darth
you said
Vader
you thought you were
is
gonna see
black.
James Earl Jones?
You thought James Earl Jones?
James Jones is off the mask. They took the mask off. I'm a child in the movie theater. I said, "Oh my god!" I said, "Darth Vader ain't black."
he ain't living up to the Darth part.
I said, "I thought Luke was light skinned."
Yo, Maury fell out the chair.
I can walk around in a second. Oh my
He's like, "Where's James Earl Jones at?"
He comes out, people ask him, well, what you feel about Star Wars? Man, he ain't black.
I know James Earl Jones' voice, and then when the mask came off, I said, "Oh, snap. I've been
Darth
bamboozled." Darth Vader. So please, it hurt early, long time.
You already ripped the Band-Aid off, so this is light.
Happy. I'm happy y'all get this.
We gonna move on.
It happened to me.
We gonna move on.
Your turn.